Hi, welcome to Anvery Orthodontics. I am Dr. Sarah Anvery. I'm a board-certified orthodontist, and here I offer braces, Invisalign, orthodontic surgery, prepping for that, and we also offer physical therapy. My twin sister, Dr. Zara Anvery, offers PT.
This is the lobby.
Yeah, so a lot of thought went into making this feel like people are generally afraid of going to the dentist or
Absolutely.
the orthodontist, and we want to make sure that when they walk in, they feel that it's calm, peaceful. There's the colors that we've chosen are for a reason, you know. I don't know if you get that feel, but that's definitely the intended feel.
Now that you say it, I see it. Yeah. It's calm colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is our waiting area. There's a fridge. Would you like some water?
I'm good for now, thank you.
Okay. So you can follow me. That's Caitlin. This is a bathroom. So this is the consult room, which is, where initially the patient would walk in. We would have a discussion here about what brings them in, what they're interested in. I'll take a look. I'll take a scan. We'll talk about my findings and then go over the treatment options.
I used to have braces.
You used to have braces?
Yeah.
Were you given retainers?
Yeah.
And did you wear them?
No.
So most people don't wear retainers.
Yeah.
And for the first 5 years after braces, fine, your teeth look fine and you're happy with them, but slowly teeth start to shift. When was the last time you wore your retainers?
No, never.
Oh, you never wore
Not
retainers?
even one day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take a quick look.
All right.
And I'm going to tell you my findings, and we'll go from there. So put your head all the way back.
Tell us what you do here.
Okay. So you're going to open all the way. Really nice, clean teeth. Bite down.
Thank you.
So I'm assessing, I'm looking at how your teeth, upper teeth and lower teeth come together. It seems to me like you have a little bit of a crossbite, which means that the upper teeth here on the right side are not in line with the lower teeth. So they need to be over your lower teeth, and the way that you're presenting, it's that they're behind the lower teeth. So we refer to that as a crossbite. On the left side, it's a little bit better, but it's still present. And your front two teeth are a little, there's some crowding in the front. And because you're biting on just your front teeth here, there's some traumatic incisal wear. So some of your enamel is kind of chipping off. I don't know if you notice that. Do you notice that?
Which one? Which teeth?
So in the front, the bottom two front teeth and the top two front teeth.
Sorry, I bit a fork and I cracked that tooth right there.
Yeah, that's because you're biting.
I bit a fork though. That's what it was. It was an accident.
I know, but your front teeth should just be overlapping. They should never be occluding. They should never be in occlusion. They should just be. It should be like a door, like a smooth door. Should just close. Okay. But yours kind of they meet, and they shouldn't. We call that's like an edge-to-edge bite, and that could be, over time, it could be not just traumatic to the enamel, which is the crown, the white portion of the tooth, but also the roots, which are within the bone, and over time that can cause enough damage to the roots and shorten them. And the roots they're like the heart of your tooth, right? If the roots aren't healthy and they're not long and proper, then the tooth itself is not going to be healthy.
Yeah.
It's not going to live that long, All right, so let me take a look again. So yeah, posterior crossbite, anterior crowding, edge-to-edge bite. A little class 3, which means your lower jaw is a little forward than we want it to be. But it's something that we can easily fix with elastics. And I can tell that when you got braces initially, did they extract teeth?
Yeah, 4.
Okay, so yeah, you're missing 4 of your premolars, which is pretty routine. We do that in orthodontics a lot. And that's when there's, there's not enough space for all your teeth. So we're not going to be able to create space just by growing your jaw. We have to create space by removing teeth. So that's probably what they did to you. And most people are never going to notice that you're missing 4 teeth, but as an orthodontist, I'm taking a look. Obviously, I can tell that you're missing teeth. That's not a problem, but I would recommend either braces or Invisalign for you. If depending on which of the two you choose, braces are, more conventional. Obviously, you've had treatment before, but
I hated it.
yeah, most people don't love braces, but they've gotten a lot better. The wires that we use are a lot less stiff, so they don't hurt as much. And
It was the monthly tightening is what I hated.
yeah,
The
so there's
pain, the
no
discomfort, not being
yeah.
able to eat.
So that's a good point because there's going to be some soreness, right? If we're moving teeth, obviously.
Absolutely.
But that soreness is you want that soreness a little bit because if you don't experience that, that means your teeth aren't moving.
Absolutely.
And did you ever need like Tylenol or Advil for it?
No, I just thugged it out.
Yeah, most people. So kids as young as 7 will get braces, and they'll
Just
deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is painful, I would say initially, but it's a pain that most people can tolerate just fine. So we do offer braces that are clear. These are ceramic braces and a little more aesthetic. Like you could I can see them. Obviously, I don't love ceramic braces, but the purpose of these braces is so they're more aesthetic, and adults especially can get braces because some cases, even if we want to do Invisalign, which is most people come to us nowadays and they want Invisalign, they want the clear aligners. In some cases, like depending on their bite or occlusion, this is just not an option, right? So you may go to a dentist or someone offering clear aligner therapy for every case. And that's like a huge red flag because there are certain cases where this is just not an option because we know the limitations of plastic. It's not going to do everything for us. In your case, you don't have you generally have really good teeth and there's mild crowding and some narrowing of the upper jaw, and we can fix that with aligners. That's why I offered Invisalign to you. And braces are going to work for everybody. Like 100 out of 100 people will benefit from braces. Invisalign probably helps maybe, like 40% of the population because they don't have such a severe malalignment or malocclusion.
Yeah, I got it. So it's like the Invisalign is for less severe teeth being out of place.
Yeah, severe and certain types of malocclusions, like Invisalign is very, very effective for when we want to expand. That's what it naturally does. Like it naturally wants to expand, like create, broaden your smile or your arches. So in your case, because there is narrowing of the upper jaw, Invisalign is going to be very effective. But that's not to say that braces won't do that. Braces are very, very good at that too. Braces are pretty much amazing at everything. Obviously, the downside of braces is like aesthetics, and they, you can't eat a lot of food when you're in braces. But with Invisalign, you can remove your trays and eat whatever you want, basically.
Yeah.
And cleaning is a lot easier with Invisalign too, because again, you can remove your trays,
Yep.
you can floss, you can, brush all the way, like all the surfaces of your teeth. So that's the main difference. But yeah, essentially, milder cases, Invisalign, and the more complex the case is, the more effective braces are going to be.
And I'm assuming it's the same amount of pain.
Yeah, so
Teeth are moving.
it's actually so people often say, "Oh, get Invisalign because it's not as painful." And like I said initially, in order for your teeth to move, they're going to cause some inflammation, and that inflammation is related to pain. Like you're gonna experience some pain because we're moving teeth.
Absolutely.
And if it hurts less, that means that the
Your
teeth are
teeth are
moving.
moved in the right direction already.
Well, that's one thing. Yeah, your teeth don't need a lot of movement, so it hurts less. But the other thing is, if your teeth aren't that sore, that means that the movement isn't as, we're not moving your teeth as much. You know, we're not moving your teeth as we should. So Invisalign may do that, but the way that I do Invisalign is I want bodily movement. I don't just want to show that your tooth is moving. I want to make sure it actually moves through the bone. And that, whether you do that with braces or Invisalign, because the movement is, you're doing the same thing. You're moving tooth through the bone. It's going to cause the same amount of pain. So we opened 4 months ago, and we're offering our first 100 patients a really good deal. I know 100 is for orthodontics, 100 patients could take up to a year or 2 years. And so we're running a lot of promotions, and we just want to make sure people hear about us, come to us, and see for themselves what we're offering. So let me set this up for you.
It's Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're doing government stuff. Last name is Jerez.
Cheers.
Yeah, I mixed them and made Frances.
Ah, that's nice.
Thank you. So what is this machine?
So this is a 3D scanner, the latest scanner that exists in the market. And the reason why we wanted the latest one, because it's okay if you're using an older model, because all it's doing is taking pictures of your jaw, and we'll be able to show you. But this is a lot more, the camera is more expansive. It's so it means that we don't have to torture you that much. It's quicker. It's taking more pictures at a faster rate, capturing more, and it's also just has better quality.
So it's a camera.
Yeah, it's a camera that's taking thousands of pictures per second.
Per second?
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if it's exactly 1,000, but it's taking a lot of pictures. So I'm gonna lean you back, okay? So put your head all the way back.
Let's do it.
And we're gonna start with your bottom jaw. And open for me. So you could tell me how it feels. I mean, if you feel any pain or if it's uncomfortable at any point, just raise your hand. But I also want to hear from you after I'm done what it felt like. Are you from Yonkers? Where are you
Born
from?
and raised.
Nice.
How about you?
I'm from Rockland County, just
Okay.
across the river.
That's interesting. Let's show the camera.
So it'll fill in some of these areas that are blue, but we can go over them again. But I'm going to move on to your top. So. So you have some of your third molars.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your upper arch. Now we're gonna get your bite. So how your teeth come together. So you're gonna open.
You keep them closed?
Well, open first, and then close, and keep them closed. Perfect. We'll do the other side. So you're gonna open again, and close. Okay. So we're gonna have this be processed, and so we can see like a real life. I can set you up now.
So why'd you choose Yonkers for the office?
So I did my residency in Buffalo.
Wow.
Yeah, really far from here.
Why is that? Why Buffalo? Is that where school was or something?
It's a really good program.
Okay.
It's affordable, and you're not making any money when you're doing residency, and you want to go to. Obviously, you want to be in an affordable place, but you also want to go to a school or a program that is going to teach you everything. So I'm a board certified orthodontist, which means, you could do your residency and be an orthodontist, but if you really want to prove yourself, you could take additional exams. And I've done that just to, I really enjoy what I do. And
So why Yonkers for the location?
so right out of residency, I worked in Yonkers for a little bit. I like the community. I like how diverse it is. I like that it's close to the city. It kind of has like a city feel. So here, see, it filled in everything that was missing. But let me show you the things that I was talking about. So on this side, you can see how like your upper teeth are they should be completely over your lower teeth. And they're just kind of on top of them. They're not over them. They're on top of them like this. They should be over, but they're not. And it's not as severe on the left side. And we can see that there's overlap of some sort, but it's still kind of tight. But it's definitely more severe on the right side. And then if I look at your bite, so we can see that you're biting all over. Biting in the back, very good. We want that. We don't want biting in the front. We shouldn't have any of the color, because you should, like I said, there should be a clear overlap. There shouldn't be. So your edges shouldn't light up.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And that's why, it was an accident that you bit on a fork, but more of those accidents would happen because you bite with your front teeth. But yeah, this gives us a really good view. It's a 3D model of your bite, and now we can both see what I was talking about. You also don't have anterior overlap, so I shouldn't see like all of your bottom teeth. Your bottom teeth, 50% of your bottom teeth should be covered with your top teeth.
50%?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, it's half of your, half of your.
Yeah, I get it, but that's crazy. Yeah. I don't know
that. And so that's also something that we would, if we treat you, we would fix. And yeah, your bite would feel like it's socked in, like it's the puzzle pieces are fitting because you're used to this, and so it's hard for you to imagine what it would feel like. But it would feel like, chewing would be easier. Not that it's hard, but it would just feel like everything's right. This is the x-ray room. If the patient does decide to go through with the treatment, we bring them further into our practice. We take their, so in orthodontics, there's specialized radiographs that we need. We take a panoramic x-ray, which is a full mouth x-ray. We would be able to see their TMJ and all their teeth, their roots, and the bones. And then we take a cephalometric x-ray, which is a side shot of their jaw and how it's in relation with their teeth as well as their skull.
Interesting. Is x-rays for both Invisalign and braces?
Yeah. We just want because with orthodontics,
gotta track the progress, too.
Exactly. Things change, and we want to be able to show patients like how it's improved, and also track progress. So this is our open bay area. We have 3 chairs. Each is fully stocked with everything that we will need. And yeah, we're very transparent with what we use. All the wires are up here. All our, everything that we have is from American Orthodontics, which is, we've chosen them for a reason. They are proven, and I use these brackets and braces in residency, really like them, and I want to continue working with them. And yeah, that part of the clinic is staff only, so we won't go in there.
Like break room or locker room?
Yeah. But it's a nice, we have a room here that's currently, we don't have anything here, but this would be.
I was waiting for the reveal. What's in there?
I mean, this would be a private room. There are some patients who they don't want an open bay, right? So with them in mind, we needed to create something that's a little more private. This is a sterilization area. Patients will never see this area. This is where we clean everything, and we make sure our instruments are nice and clean. We sterilize them,
Yeah.
Right. So I'll show you one more room. That's my office. I'm never in there. But so this is the PT room. So we do offer physical therapy. There's a physical therapist that is by appointment only, but she happens to be my sister. And yeah, she's had like over 10 years of experience. So she's working at HSS and also wants to do some private work. So we've had a few patients, and yeah, this is our PT room.